Hello everyone, and welcome to this EC Aquatics video. So, I was just on winter break for the last 6 weeks, and this tank right here is my dorm room tank. I set this up about 3-4 months ago, and when I left about 6 weeks ago, I left it. I took my betta fish out, as you saw. I left my Amano shrimp in here, and just left the tank for the entirety of my break. I did absolutely nothing to it. No one came in, no one checked it at all, no water was filled up, no maintenance was done, no water changes, no feedings, nothing. All I did is I left the light on. Alrighty, so I am now back from break. I have literally just come in, set all my stuff down, and just checking in on this tank. As you can see, a bunch of water dropped down, about probably a third of its water, which was expected. But the good thing is, even after literally me not being here for 6 weeks, the Amano shrimp are still alive. There's one of them right there. There's another one. There's a second one right there. And the third one is somewhere else in this tank. I have seen him though, which is great to see. You know, I didn't actually really know if they would survive or not without literally me doing anything to the tank for 6 weeks. But yeah, it seems like they have survived, which is really great. And they don't seem very thin, so it seems like they've gotten lots of food, or they've been able to munch on lots of algae and stuff like that over the past 6 or so weeks. And even without any maintenance, this tank looks relatively decent. It's not completely overgrown with algae or anything like that. The plants are mostly still alive. We had a little bit of die-off. We had one Buse plant right up that was on there that's died off, unfortunately, and a little bit of Java fern that's died off when the water level dropped. Everything else is fine. We've got tons of stem plants back there, as you can see. The Rotala is still doing well. That Crypt right there is doing well. The S. repens is doing well. The Buse are doing well. Yeah, everything's doing really well. So I'm actually amazed at how well this is done. But essentially all I did is I left everything on, stupidly of me. You know, not the light. The light worked, but with the water level dropping, unfortunately, I think this filter burnt out, which is a shame. That was whoopsie on my end. I think I should share that that was a stupid move of me, and that if you are going away for a while, that you should definitely just unplug your filter and nothing bad will happen to your tank. But you should definitely unplug it to keep it from burning out like mine just did. As you can see, the water level got lower than that pump, and after running on dry for several days, I'm gonna guess it just went, which is to be expected, and that was really stupid of me to leave it on, but everything else seems really good. Yeah, I mean, when I was coming in, I was honestly expecting like everything to, all the plants to be dead, the water to be like maybe down here or something like that, and really was expecting the Amano shrimp to kind of not make it. I was kind of hoping for the best, but expecting the worst in that regard. And luckily that did not come to fruition. I'm really amazed that they survived and are looking as good as they are. And the snails are also obviously fine, but I wasn't really concerned about them. But I was just amazed that the Amano shrimp have found enough mold and gunk and algae and stuff like that to munch on for the past 6-7 weeks since I've been gone, and remain alive and looking very, very healthy. The other real good thing is that the water seems fine. The Amano shrimp are fine. There's not unbearable amounts of algae, which means that the beneficial bacteria is good. Means I cycled this tank well, and I never had any issues with algae in here at all. This has been one of my best tank starts like ever. I mean, other than just like some green dust algae on the glass, as you can see, and no hair algae, but without maintenance for 6 weeks, I was kind of expecting it to become an algae overgrown mess, and it didn't. So that's a really great thing as well, that the plants are doing as much filtering as they can, and even with the filter being off, it means there's a lot of beneficial bacteria. There wasn't obviously a lot of bioload, but there was enough with the snails and the Amano shrimp that algae can grow, and it's good to see that the plants are pulling a lot of nutrients out, and that we have enough beneficial bacteria growth in the substrate and on the plants and on the hardscape that there was really no outbreak of algae anywhere, which was great to see. I'm gonna give this thing a water change now, clean it up just a little bit, top it up completely so it's not down at 2/3 full. But yeah, everything seems mostly fine. I'll update you guys once the water change is done. I don't think you guys want to see that. You guys have seen me water changing tanks a bunch on this channel, and you know, that's pretty boring, so I won't show you guys that. Alrighty, so I've got the tank nice and cleaned up, as you can see, filled it all up. Tried the filter once again, but it just did not work, so unfortunately I burnt it out, stupidly enough. So, lesson learned, don't keep your filter on if you're going to leave your tank for several weeks. But yeah, other than that, everything worked really well. Everyone was alive. The fish, the shrimp are hanging in there. They're doing absolutely wonderful. Everything in the tank looks great, even with nothing being done to it for 6 weeks. There is no fish in here right now, but I will be getting a fish for this tank soon. So if you're interested to see that, that'll be a really cool video. I'm getting that fish from a really cool place. So if you want to see that video, which will be coming soon, then subscribe, turn on notifications so you guys don't miss that video when that comes out, probably in a couple weeks. But as you can tell, clearly shrimp can survive without any kind of feeding or maintenance for several weeks on a tank, especially if it's well established already. And that's the big key here, is you can't just abandon any tank for a long period of time. It's got to be one that's been established. It's got to be one that beneficial bacteria colonies are settled in, the plants are growing well. You can't just abandon a new tank and expect it to be fine. And while shrimp, like these Amanos or cherry shrimp or something like that, can survive for weeks at a time, fish won't be able to do this for 6-7 weeks. They maybe can last 2 weeks without any kind of food. So if you're leaving a tank for a long, extended period of time and it's got fish in it, make sure you got someone to feed it. If it's only shrimp that you got, then you can leave it for as long as you want, pretty much. As long as you have the light running, as long as it's established, they will have plenty of food to eat. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. If you did, then be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons, and I will see you all in the next one.